This episode is brought to you in part by the Catering Institute. The Catering Institute, setting the standard for catering education and certification for restaurants.
Welcome to another episode of On Foodable Weekly. I'm your host, Paul Barron, and today we are talking about QSR-Plus. This is a category that is exploding. You don't want to miss it. All right, so everyone, as you know, on the show, we cover the top trends in the industry. And one of the things that we have been following for years, of course, has been the fast casual segment. Fast casual has been very dear to my heart. It's one of those things that I've fell in love with over 2 decades in the food industry. And I was really kind of skeptical as to whether or not QSR would ever gain ground again on this segment. And I've kind of been proven wrong. What we're seeing now with QSR-Plus and this elevation of quick serve restaurant menus is clearly shifting the landscape. Over the past 18 months, we've seen a small but subtle shift in a key few brands that have started to explode, a few of those being Chick-fil-A, Arby's, and the likes. So today we have Amanda Norris, Senior Director of Menu Development. Amanda, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
So Amanda, to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you're busy there at Chick-fil-A, so the time is definitely appreciated. Let's get into a little bit about what you do there at Chick-fil-A, if you can give us a rundown.
Sure. Yeah. I've been with Chick-fil-A for about 20 years, and I started on the promotional side of the business, and I've been leading menu development for about 3 years now. And so I have the great pleasure of working with our chefs and our food scientists and our nutritionists and our category leads, basically everyone that it takes to develop, test, and roll out new menu items at Chick-fil-A.
So Amanda, Chick-fil-A has made some strong moves over the past 18 months in the Foodable Labs and the Restaurant Social Media Index. You guys have really positioned the QSR space into kind of this new, I'll say it, a new edge of what's happening in QSR. Technomic recently referred to this as QSR-Plus. What was the intention of Chick-fil-A? Has it just been to continue to grow and develop the menu items, or are you doing some other things?
So at Chick-fil-A, we're certainly seeing trends in terms of offering great taste is still king, but also increasingly healthy. And so as we've been on that journey, you'll certainly see us, we've been introducing new menu items. We introduced a new grilled chicken platform a couple of years ago, about 18 months ago. You'll see that in our sandwich, our salads, our wrap. And so that's been very big for us. And then most recently, we also introduced our Greek yogurt. And so we are trying to ensure that we are offering customers a menu of choice. I would tell you, we're not trying to be something different. We're really just being who we've always been.
So obviously you guys are in a space that's fairly crowded. You've got some behemoth brands such as McDonald's and Taco Bell and so on. But yet you have been able to separate from that pack and really create and carve out a niche inside this, from at least from a consumer standpoint, as we look at the data, that seems to be in love with the Chick-fil-A brand. So do you feel like consumers are really resonating now that, the food industry has kind of exploded over the past decade, just knowledge is so much more easily available? Do you think it's like, hey, we're finally giving Chick-fil-A credit for the quality that they're bringing to the space?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that, this QSR-Plus that you talk about, it gives us an opportunity to offer great food, high quality, fresh, but do it in a really fast way.
Right.
We know our customers are in a hurry. And oh, by the way, we have a drive-through.
Right.
So I think there is some magic to offering a more premium menu offering, right? But doing it in a really fast way. And I think the other thing is, hopefully what we're known for is not only great tasting food, but treating people with honor, dignity, and respect.
Do you feel that convenience and price and quality all packaged in one is kind of the killer solution?
I think it's certainly working for Chick-fil-A and others. I'm not sure consumers, though, see these two different categories.
Right.
So we see fast casual and we see QSR, QSR-Plus. So call it 3 categories. But I think to them, they're really just looking for great food. They want it fresh. They're looking for more handcrafted food, local ingredients. I think they're looking for that, and they want to have a great experience from a service standpoint. And so I'd like to think that's probably what's resonating most, and that I think the lines are definitely getting more blurred between the categories.
So if you look down the road in the future for Chick-fil-A and kind of this blending of these categories, what is on the roadmap for you guys? Continued development in menu? Anything new in terms of speed of service that you guys can talk to?
Yeah, I would say we have several things in the works. From a menu standpoint, not sure if there's anything we can talk about today, but I would say actually menu and service, we have lots of things in the works. I would say between the two, there's probably about a dozen things that are in test that could potentially roll out over the next 12 to 24 months. And I would say on the service aspect, our Manhattan store that we opened up a few months ago, we've been doing a new service play there called Upstream Ordering, where rather than standing in quite a long line and placing your order when you get to the register, you can actually place your order with one of our team members via an iPad along the way. And the premise is by the time you get to the register that your food is ready.
Okay, so last question for you.
Sure.
If you're looking at trends and also the industry from a consumer aspect, are there anything happening within, whether it's the millennial group or even some of the existing powerhouse boomer demographics that you guys are really watching in terms of mapping for the restaurant industry?
Sure. Well, we're trying to listen to all of our guests and our customers. We certainly want to give them what they're asking for. But like anyone, we're certainly looking at the millennial group, but trying to still take care of all of our customers. And, we know from a millennial standpoint that they want increasingly healthy. They want more freshly prepared, handcrafted food. They're also wanting more flavor. So we certainly have things like our spicy sandwich already on the menu, but we also have a line of sauces that'll be rolling out, which I think will really appeal to that group, where they can up the flavor, so to speak, and they can even combine sauces. So those are some of the things we're working on just in general for all customers, but I think they'll really resonate with the millennial group.
Interesting. Well, it's been great, of course, having you on the show today. Thank you so much for your insights around the QSR-Plus segment. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right, thanks for watching another episode of On Foodable Weekly. As you guys know, we are producing a ton of content here on the network. We continue to drive content in everything from fine dining on Table 42 to a lot of new series that we're starting to spin off this year, 2016, that really will start to dive into more and more detailed storytelling around the restaurant industry. Some of the things I think you will find interesting as we continue to grow our shows, Fast Casual Nation, Across the Bar, Table 42, and Rock My Restaurant even. But a new show that we're bringing to the network is called Built. It is a show that is designed to go inside the minds of consultants that are building food service environments, and everything is from universities to college campuses, airports, food courts, you name it. It's got a very interesting spin, and I think one that will be very appealing to you guys, the operators, who are always looking for those additional types of solutions to do non-traditional options for the restaurant business. So make sure and stay tuned right here on the network for the new show, Built. And thanks again for watching on Foodable Weekly.